Well, all right, everybody. I'm just doing a little late night live session here. I just don't really have much of an aim for this live stream. Just gonna pick some locks, talk about stuff, I guess. It is my first live stream, so I don't know. I guess we'll see where it goes. I guess first order of business is take a look around the lock lab here. It's kind of messy right now, but that's all right. Here we go. Not a huge collection of locks right now, but I definitely have enough to keep me occupied, and I definitely have not opened all of them. Obviously, I got a whole bunch of stuff from Elroy's Toys, Wizard of 3D printing stuff. Here, let's turn this thing back straight. There we go. This was the one that really caught my eye when I saw it in the bag that he gave me. This is the one that always my kids are always grabbing for whenever they're down here. But the 3D printed fidget skull is pretty sick. So anyways, do have a few lock sport patches that I've earned so far. Blue Whale Lock Sport Challenge, when Bandito Brandino was sponsoring that. I had to pick LPU rated white through blue belt locks. Of course, the Pack Lock 200K Club. C Stu Doo's got my got my Pack Lock right now, but he's been having fun with that. And then, of course, the dual hand challenge. Had to pick a lock right-handed and left-handed, and I'll tell you what, trying to pick a lock left-handed when that's your stupid hand, yeah, it's not all that much fun, but the challenge was. So as far as picks, I originally started out with Southwards. I think I got my first Southwards set back in, good lord, like fucking 2000 or something. I think I got the PV14, I think, whatever it was. Then it was a 14-piece set. Still got a few of those picks laying around, but quite a few of them got bent or broken over the years. And they were cool to start out with, and really that's all I knew about back then. I mean, for the longest time, knives were like my big collector thing. And I think I've got a few here that I can show off. We'll make this about knives and picking. We'll flesh it out a little bit. Pick out a couple here. So this is just kind of a small selection. I've got a hell of a lot more than this, and used to have a lot more. This is the one that I carry on a daily basis. Zero tolerance, 0777 carbon fiber, I believe. Yeah, 770 carbon fiber. This is the one that you can get at Cabela's and Bass Pro and stuff. It comes assisted, so when you hit the flipper on it, usually there's a spring in there that pops it open, but I cannot stand spring-assisted knives unless they're an actual automatic. Well, let's see who's showing up here. Hey, Elijah, what's up? Rabbi Picker. Nice. Getting a few people showing up here. All right, so let's see, this one here, this is by AGA Camplin. This is their Zero model. This one's about a good 4-inch blade on it, but this is a lever action auto. Real thick, heavy carbon fiber slabs on it, stainless steel bolsters and guard, and they call it the Zero because there's zero play in this blade. Snaps out really nicely, but unlike a lot of other autos out there, yeah, no blade play whatsoever. It's really impressive. Let's see, another random one. Spyderco Yojimbo 2. I always like this one because it was a real pointy Wharncliffe with a nice wide blade. Cuts like a demon. Pierces like one too. Spyderco compression lock on the back. This one is kind of old school. This is an Emerson Knives Commander model. Yes, this is a 1998. Got it in 1998 when I was still active duty in Germany. This one, it's one of those ones that it was made almost as well as his custom pieces. And as you can see, yes, I have carried and used this thing for years. That wave opener on the back has opened many beer bottles over the years, as has the spine. But yeah. This one always popped out of the pocket even faster than an auto for the most part. So I got a lot of miles out of that one. And then, just because this thing is ridiculous and excessive, and I absolutely love it, and this is something that Cold Steel does really well, the extra large Espada. Yes, that blade is about 7.5 inches long. Can't even get the whole damn thing in frame here, but that's a fun one. Really, I just kind of train with this one. It's not one that I carry with me on any regular basis. All right, so let's take a look at some locks here. This is probably the one that, God, most people start out with, the Master Lock number 3. I mean, you can find this thing at like any hardware store. LPU belt rated white belt level lock. 4 pins, none of it security, usually fairly easy to open. Let's see if it'll make a liar out of me tonight. Let's see, like a 40,000th turner will work. And usually good for a rake. Yeah, pretty freaking easy. Might as well start light and build confidence, right? Yeah, well, let's move on to a yellow belt here. This one's a brass Brinks. Got this from my friend C-Stu. Let's see who else is on here. Hey, Zoe, what's up? So anyways, yeah, Brinks, yellow belt rated. Another fairly easy one generally. Let's see what we can do with this one here. Oh, what the hell? This one's usually an easy one. You gonna be an asshole tonight? It's alright, I'm tired of shit and just fucking around right now. Old son bitch. Let's see what would be a better way to pop this thing here. What do I got? Let's try single pin picking it. Maybe that'll work better. See, sometimes, and I think a lot of us have a problem with this, is that sometimes when we get used to picking locks that actually have security pins to them, those almost get easier to us. There. Or is that... fucking thing just popped right the fuck out. A lot of times, as I was saying, a lot of the times when we're tackling locks that have actual security pins to them, like spools, serrated, barrels, whatnot, we get used to doing those, and then stuff that's mostly standard pins, almost feels strange. It's like, especially with some of these more high security locks, you got to use a lot lighter tension. And with some of these, lower level locks, supposedly easier locks, right? Got to reef on the tension a bit more. Yeah, this thing wants to be an asshole. Sometimes I can get this one and sometimes not. Now this one, on the other hand, Master Lock 570. LPU orange rated. Let's see who else is jumping into the chat here. Yeah, Elroy's Toys, Spontaneous, G Key Man. What is up? Y'all caught me just kind of dicking around here tonight. Come on, get in there, you. Having trouble seeing where that damn keyway is. There we are. Boy, I swear to God, if this one doesn't open for me tonight, I'm gonna might be an early night. Okay, let's try flat. Dicking around with a gem hook there. Sometimes that doesn't exactly. Man, my hands are stupid tonight. It's alright. Man, might just want to rake this thing. I think this might be a night where I might just want to tackle some green belt locks, because lower belts are kicking my ass tonight. Good lord. Man, this is insane. This is usually... Ah, there it goes. I'll have to say, the 570 is usually one that's like dead nuts easy for me. Holy shit. Kicking my ass. Oh, let's see. What would be another promising one? Okay, so this is one. This is one that's kind of on everyone's shit list. Pretty much anything from Ace Hardware is actually going to be pretty good. Aces, I think it might just be an American hardware chain, but yeah, their locks are actually quite challenging. A lot more than you'd expect. I mean, you know, generally when you go to hardware stores, you're going to be finding Brinks and Master Lock, you know, out the ass, basically, here in the States anyways. But Ace is actually quite a bit more enjoyable to pick. Let's see, this is the one that I used for the dual hand challenge too. But I found with the Ace, this particular one anyways, 40 thousandths bottom of the keyway tension, and with this one I like to use the Covert Instruments Gentle Reach. For some reason, this shape of profile just seems to do it for this one. So see, my interest in lock sport came about, well, at least I should say taking lock picking seriously came about relatively late for me. Got that first set of southwards like back in 2000, as I said, and I was still in the Army at that point. And since I was military intelligence, you know, it was kind of like one of those little Ooh, look at me. I can fucking open locks and shit. Kind of that geeky ass, James Bond feeling. And really all I was opening at the time was like, master locks that, people forget the, or lose the keys for lock on their duffel bag or something, you know, something pedestrian like that. Now we would have, a lot of the times we would have locks like these on our Connex boxes and stuff like that. American 5200 series. This is the one that I did for the OPOL challenge that C-Stu laid on me. Didn't advance to round 2, but oh well. I still got a cool lock out of it. So, I've not had a whole lot of success with this one past opening the box and opening it on video, but we'll give it another shot. I remember my squad leader in Germany talking to me about these because we were talking about picking locks one day in the motor pool, and I remember him specifically mentioning these and saying, oh well, those are unpickable, and it's like, oh really? Alrighty, well let's find out. So, what do I want to tackle this thing with here? And check the chat again. Ace are crazy, yeah. I gave Elroy's Toys one of my cursed Ace locks when me and him and C-Stu had one of our lunch dates, and yeah, he actually got it open. But then again, Elroy's a hell of a lot better picker than I am, so Well, let's see where we can go with this one. I think this is the one that I used to open it with. We'll find out. But yeah, this was the one that my squad leader said was unpickable. So being able to actually pick this one on camera was pretty cool. American locks always piss me off because it always seems like there's a fistful of serrated pins in there, and I hate the feel of serrated pins. I'll work with spool pins any fucking day of the week, but these serrated pins give me a case of the ass. So these American cores, it's like I've got to be stupid light on the tension. Man, I'm not getting too far with this one. Whoop, there we are. Unpickable my ass. There we go. Lovely lock, though. Really nice. Now, what else we got here? What else can we take a look at? Just to make things interesting, and just because I can, we're going to do things Shackleman style. So I don't wear this cuff case on my belt anymore. I was a corrections officer for about 5.5 years, but so I was always more used to putting cuffs on people than taking them off myself. But we're gonna have a little fun with these right now. A little late night shackleman action here. And yes, of course, I have the key handy because I am not nearly as good at this as some of the other folks. So, of course, we have our key handy. Hopefully I won't be needing it, but let's try picking some locks. Shackleman style here. Let's go with something kind of classic. Okay, let's do this one. Keyway's a little bit more merciful on this one, I find. So this is a Master Lock 410 Lotto lock. It's a lockout, tagout lock. Anyone who's worked in factories or anything has probably seen, bunches of these whenever a machine's got to be locked out for maintenance. This is usually the type of lock that they'll put on the main power switch so that machine doesn't get turned on and chew up whoever's in it. But paradoxically, Master Lock seems to put one of their better cores in a lock that it's just a plastic body. But then again, this lock's not really supposed to be secure in the same sense that, something like the American Lock 5200 series is. Because that's a steel-bodied lock, and that's actually meant to be, not just pick resistant, but cut and drill resistant and all that stuff. So, well, let's take a look at this one. Let's see where we can go with this. I think we're going to use Ergo Turner here, top of the keyway, and let's see what I want to tackle this with. What have I got out here? No, don't want to use that one, I don't think. We'll go with the Jimmy Long's gem hook. Give her a little shot. I'm not used to picking locks cuffed up, so y'all can get a giggle at my expense. It's alright, I'm just doing this for everyone's entertainment anyways. Let's see. Thing you've got to be careful with these lotto locks is that when you pick them, if you turn the core too far, you'll end up dropping all the pins into the body of the lock, and then you'll have yourself a nice little rattle. Have not rattled one yet, so fingers crossed that I don't do it again, especially cuffed up and kind of stupid-handed right now. So getting that counter rotation on there. These lottos are loaded up with spool pins. I don't know if this pick is quite doing it for me tonight. Need something a bit low profile. Let's kind of go back to this Reaper #1 profile. So picking lock is one thing, but picking locks with this restricted range of motion with the cuffs on is a whole different experience. Which I know there's probably more than a few shacklemen in the comment section right now, but Probably saying, Jesus, eyeball, get off your ass and do it. Trying. And that one's not doing it. Oh, let's see. What else can we pick here? Pun intended. Kind of need a low pick for this, but There we go. I really do like the feel of these Jimmy Long's picks. If there's anybody actually in my chat right now who is not a lock picker, and you want to check out some really good lock picks, jimmylongs.com. Wonderfully made picks. 301 high yield stainless steel. It's one of the best pick steels out there right now, anyways. Did that do it? That did it. And there we are. So once again, these things are dead cores, so there's no shackled pop to them at all. There we go. Got that one. So I knock over all my locks. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. We want to talk about spools. So this is an Avis 7240. And this one is just full of spools and gives a lot of good feedback. So I think we'll stick with that pick there. But because of this keyway, I need a much thinner tensioner. So I think we're going to go with this one right here. There we are. And let's have a go here. Yeah, see, this is just a fistful of spools in here, and they give really good tactile feedback. Getting there. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, this is one of the ones that has a really kind of narrow, gnarly keyway to it. Oop, don't fall. There we go. Now, you really want to talk about keyways, though. This one's always an interesting one. So this is it's an Avis 7640, I believe. This is another lockout lock, but this is one of the ones where when you look at the keyway, it actually spells out, it's like it actually spells out Avis in the keyway. And this one, this is an 8-pin key, which sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's not. And we'll give it a shot, though. What the hell, right? I don't think any of us have anything better we're doing right now. And we'll go with this low gem hook. This seems to have a bit of luck here. Now this is going to be a really pain in the ass pick, just because of how reduced my range of motion is. So we'll see. We'll see if I can make any headway with it. Once again, this one's also just full of spools, which, as I said, gives a lot of really good feedback. And sometimes you just gotta start right back at the beginning. Got a little counter rotation there. Yeah, this one really sucks to pick when you're cuffed up. This one's kind of ass. Come on. Boy, picking this one like this is about to make my hands cramp. This really sucks. It's alright though. Keep getting false sets here like a mother. Yeah, I might have to call defeat on this one, at least for tonight. Having to pick something with 8 pins like that, hands have got to get all contorted like that, and it's making my hands cramp up. So, well, let's try just one more tonight before we call it quits. I'm actually finally getting tired. This one my favorite locks to pick. Lockwood 334B45. These are just an exquisite pick. And let's see what I want to use. I think the 50 thousandths works for that. There we are. And is that flat? Let's give this a shot. Now, this is an LP rated Bluebell lock. Remember, I used this one for the vice versa challenge, which was a whole lot of fun. Had to pick it pins up and pins down. And Lockwoods are also full of spools, but spools have a lot different feel than the Avis spools. They're not as skinny in the middle, so the feedback's a lot different. Keep getting counter rotation on it, but it's being an ass about opening. It's the thing about picking. Sometimes things cooperate and sometimes they don't. Keeps feeling like it wants to go. It's teasing me tonight, though. See, I keep getting this counter rotation that's grabbing on my pick. Oop. A little bit of movement there. Not always an easy lock. Especially when I was stupid enough to cuff myself up. There we go. Some of the other shacklemen are probably looking at me like, haha, lightweight. It's alright. Gotta start somewhere. Anyways, now to get these things off, so let's see what's gonna work well for that. What we got here? Oh, there we are. I found that Southern Specialties elephant trunks work fairly well. See if I can get this around here. There we are. Trying to get a view of this thing while keeping it in camera. There we go. Got that. Now, of course, I gotta do it left-handed. There we go. Boom. Open is open. Off is off. Alright, well, I think my painkillers are finally kicking in, so I got kind of a bad back thanks to Uncle Sam, so. But, hey, for the people who showed up tonight, thanks for coming out to either support or shit talk or, you know, whatever you feel like doing on these things. I'll catch you all later. Hopefully my next live stream will be a bit more organized, and I don't know, might show off some more knives, maybe talk army shit, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Catch y'all later.